Hi, my dear audience of Dominus Nissi on 88.9 FM. And today it's on my Wyndham series. I got a wonderful guest from Wyndham doing a very special, interesting area. And let me introduce Serena Low. Serena, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me, Bismi.
All right, Serena, can you please share who you are and what are you doing in Wyndham?
Yes, so my name is Serena Low. I'm the Quiet Warrior coach and host of the Quiet Warrior podcast. I help introverted professional women and quiet achievers to grow into quiet warriors. I'm
Hmm.
a mom of two, originally from Singapore. I worked as a lawyer for 11 years and I migrated to Australia in 2006 and I've called Wyndham home since then.
Yeah. So you're a lawyer by profession, but as a migrant, you found different ways of motivating people. And I think there should be some personal story or personal reason why you empowering women and especially introvert women. And what's the story behind it, Serena?
I would say the story is more of a mosaic, as in it is not a very tidy linear progression from plan A to plan B.
Hmm.
There wasn't originally a plan B. When I quit
Okay.
law, I wasn't sure what else I was going to be doing, but I just knew that I wanted to explore. I wanted to find out
Hmm.
what else I could do
Yeah.
with the education that I had and what new opportunities could I discover. And if I
Hmm.
stayed on the same path and just did the same thing for the rest of my life, I would miss out. I would never find out what else was out there for me.
Yeah. So that's why you picked up your education, but at the same time, how to motivate other people. So you mentioned that mentioned about your coaching institute, and then uh, a specific category. That's where I'm excited to know more about. So what's the motivation behind your coaching career? So from a law background to a coaching career.
So, in the last couple of years, I did notice that introverts, particularly during the pandemic, had an interesting response to the lockdowns. And that was that initially we were all very excited because we could
Okay.
stay home in our
Yes.
bubble and not have to go out, interact with people. So, that
Mm.
suited introverts perfectly.
Yes.
But then I noticed also that as the lockdowns continued, some introverts started feeling a bit flat, and that included myself. I was getting demotivated. It was difficult to tell one day from another, and I had lost a lot of my passion and motivation. So I thought, I need to start something new. I need to
Mm.
rediscover my own motivation. And so in the last couple of years, my focus has been more working with introverts, how to get past that you are too quiet label to dig deep into themselves and actually realize that they have a lot of quiet strengths that may
Mm.
be underestimated by society. But the
Mm-hmm.
strengths are there and they make
Yeah.
them actually very good listeners, communicators, leaders, friends, teammates. And
Mm.
sometimes, we undervalue these sorts of strengths because they are quiet. We tend to listen more to the loud voices and the big personalities.
Yeah.
So I see my mission as helping quiet people to find their voice and
Mm.
use it.
Yeah, okay. So are you technically going through all the quiet people, or you're only choosing them, or is it like that's your main cohort? How do we like, what I'm thinking is if I have a cohort who are really introvert, is it better to come and then find out, or is it like anyone can come and get benefited from your program?
I would say anyone who is an introvert and who is ready to do some inner work
Hmm.
to be open to the idea of changing some aspects of themselves,
Yeah.
but they still want to stay true to their quiet nature. We're
Yeah.
not asking introverts to change and become very outgoing and very loud suddenly. We're
Hmm.
talking about how do you use the quiet strengths that you already have
Yeah.
but showcase them in a different way so that people start to notice. Because for some
Hmm.
people, the problem with being the quiet achiever is that they're always in the background.
Hmm.
And if they need to be visible, if there is a time when they need to step up, they need to speak up, they need to be the leader or to take action, they
Hmm.
find, oh, I can't do that because I'm an introvert. And so we want to change their mindset around that and tell them actually it's not true. You can, you just have to find your own way of doing it.
Yeah, okay. So I know that you're helping Wyndham community, and then I can see that Wyndham Learning Festival poster behind you as well. So how do you helping Wyndham people or Wyndham community in this space?
So it would be partnering with local organizations, business networking organizations, and Wyndham Council as well in putting out more understanding, more education, more awareness around the differences between a quiet person in the team, in the workplace, or at school, what's unique about them, why their brains are different, how they interact differently, and helping other people understand. So, you could be a parent with an introverted child. You could
Hmm.
be a teacher who's got certain quiet students in your class. Or
Yeah.
you could be a manager or supervisor with a couple of team members who don't seem to speak up much in meetings. So it's important for us, I think, if we want to get the best out of everyone, that we also
Mm.
understand why some people are quiet.
Mm. Okay. Excuse me. I'm recovering also from this real cold happening around this space. So my question is like, so if I'm an introvert, well, what will be your program? Can you give us a bit more detail, like how long it is, and then how these introverts can come and join your program, and then is that specific to different people, or do you have a predefined program for them?
So I do have a program called the Visible Introvert Academy, and that is a
Yeah.
12-week online program for
Yeah.
introverted professional women. So
Okay.
these women are high achievers in their workplace and they want to be noticed, but they're always being seen as the quiet one in the background. And
Mm.
so it's teaching them ways to be more comfortable inside their own skin, more confident, more able to speak out, more able to use their communication skills in ways that will get them noticed, but
Mm.
without them having to be loud or faking it till they make it.
Okay, so it's a 12-week program, and any women who feels that they are introvert and they can't really do much. That's where listeners, if you are listening to me, if you feel like you are that person, we invite you to come and connect with Serena because that 12 weeks program is doing that inner work in you and becoming a best person and like more of like inside out, that making many changes without changing your personality of introvert, because some people they love to be introvert, they don't want to go and change their personality, but they want to do best thing or better thing for the community. So I believe that your program is helping those type of women, and then do their best, and then always be satisfied with the personality. So I just speaking up, I know that coaches or mentors, everyone is very consistent, and then they're doing their own work first to be there for their clients. So as a coach, and I know that you're personally, you mentioned that you are also felt like an introvert mindset during your COVID, and then now you're helping other people. It's a big, I would say it's like a U-turn for your lifestyle maybe, because um, I would say that corporate world of law is totally different to this community world of coaching and mentoring. So what are the three rules that help you to able or like enable yourself into a coach or enable you to take the best out of you?
I would say the three things, Bismi, would be number one, to be brave.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that sometimes we can hold ourselves back by saying, I'm not good enough, or I will wait until my kids are older, when I have
Mm-hmm.
more time, when I have more
Yep.
money, or when the timing is right. And then we
Yeah.
wait for something to be perfect. And that's not how life happens. We know
Mm-hmm.
that, things change very quickly.
Yeah.
And so I'm a believer in taking action as you go.
Mm.
And you don't
Okay.
have to be perfect to get started, but
Mm-hmm.
you do have to start to make progress.
So taking that first step is the key, right? Because it's
Yes.
like it may be many steps to get into the goal, but taking that first step is the key point. So okay, that's a great rule to help you. And I think it's always many people are like, procrastinating or thinking, oh, should I do, or whether I'm capable to do, or if I do that, whether I will be like, failing or succeeding, all those things and all these thought process will block them, but your motivation is to do that first step, and then the rest will come along. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good one, because always that starting point is a big trouble for everything. So I'm just thinking about the listeners, Serena, here. People will be listening to you and then thinking, all right, I need to do this, but I can't really do it now because I don't have time. I don't have 12 weeks, or I can't really commit fully. I may need to be in person. All these different questions in their mind. So thinking about all those things in out loud, I'm checking with you, Serena, with your program after this 12 weeks program or before that, is there any option or a chance to be in-person consultation with you or group sessions with you?
Certainly, there's always the option of group support or
Hmm.
individual support. It
Yeah,
depends what the person needs
yeah.
and where they are, because sometimes people may come off a program and they are all very excited to start implementing by themselves. So they want
Mm.
to go away, do their own work, and then if they need help, they will reach out again. So
Okay.
everybody is a little bit different. So there is that flexibility in there for those that want the support.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Yeah. So, if you look at all the people, like all the introverts outside there, I truly believe that you clearly can feel this person is introvert or extrovert even without talking to them, right? So, because you're working with many different people, and then you can pick up their real tribes by their actions or by eye contact or different things. So my question is, and I'm actually putting my shoes into that introverts and asking for them. So if I'm an introvert, what are the things that I should be prioritizing in my life to get the best out of myself?
I would say the most important thing to prioritize is your energy
Hmm.
because the introvert's energy works a bit differently.
Yeah.
Extroverts, the more people they talk to and the more people they are around, the energy goes up. The
Mm.
introvert's the other way around. You start off the day with a full social battery, and then just
Yeah.
like your phone, as the day goes by, the more meetings you have, the more coffee chats, the networking, and all the different interactions, the battery starts to go down.
Mm.
And then they need to go away and recharge because otherwise they'll be drained and exhausted and overwhelmed.
Mm.
So
So
the
they
energy
need
is the
to,
number one.
okay. So they need to make sure that they recoup or recharge their energy, maybe many different times in a day, depending upon their busy schedule or not, right? So
That's actually a really good point. Yes, actually, mini breaks are useful.
okay. So what do you like, prefer to to do like, during the break time? Is that the breath work, or is it like what will be, your choice of taking that real mindful breaks for introverts?
My choice of taking a mindful break can be anything as simple as just taking a few seconds to do some deep breathing.
Yeah, okay.
I
The
find that that
control.
resets my mind because usually we are very distracted, very
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmed. There's too many
Yeah.
things to do. The computer has got 20 tabs open, the emails keep coming in, the phone is pinging, and we can't really focus and be present with ourselves. So even
Mm-hmm.
just sitting still, having your feet planted firmly on the ground and letting yourself breathe and feel all the different parts of your body. Just a
Yes.
couple of seconds of that, you will feel your energy shift. You'll feel different.
Okay. It's more of like that mindful breathing is the real key to get that mini breaks for. I think it will work for everyone, not just introvert, like anybody, but I feel like extroverts keep on going to get their connections because that's where they get their energy. I feel like I got twin boys, and they too have totally different mindset and behaviors and personalities. And one want to be with the people, the other one doesn't like. He will say hello or like a bare minimum, then he will go and then recharge himself. But sometimes, as a mother, I will think that, oh, he should come and connect. He's not talking. But hearing from you, what I'm understanding, he must be introvert, but he needs to recharge. So he's taking his own way of reconnecting to himself, but the other one is like, going into there and then filling his cup. So I can see that difference in reality, because sometimes people will say that extrovert means talk a lot, but it technically it is not, right? The people who are getting energy from other people, it's more of that extrovert. They may not be talking too much, but they will be socializing to fill their cup. Yeah. So I know that you connected with many introvert. How do you feel about the ratio in Wyndham? Like, or in your clients, like your clients will be more on introvert. But if you think about our council Wyndham area, what do you feel about our current population? And why I'm asking is like after COVID, we had lots of changes in our mindset, in our behaviors, in the well-being area. So what's your feel about it?
I would say that while we are mostly still an extroverted culture, you are right. After COVID, a lot of things changed. Some people became very anxious. I know
Mm,
people who are still trying to get used to going back out into the community, who
mm,
don't feel safe leaving their homes, who just don't want to do that kind of thing anymore, their old routines.
yeah.
And so I think we haven't yet seen the whole impact of
Mm,
how it has affected people's mental health and their
yeah.
well-being. And
Mm,
part of that would be overlapping with their introverted traits. So some people may
yeah.
have become even more introverted.
Yeah. Okay. So because I think it's more of like that getting sick combining with other people is more like an anxiety for them, right? And I believe that some people really love to be alone and then do more productive, which is also I can see through this hybrid work environment. People love to work from home so that they can be more productive. So I would like to check from your expertise of connecting with the introvert and working with introverts. So what will be a key message to all the introverts out there listening to you?
So my key message to introverts is that you are more than a quiet person. You're more than the label that society gives you. Remember
Mm,
that you're also an outstanding listener. You're an empathetic communicator. You are
mhm.
somebody who thinks before you speak. You're
Yeah.
thoughtful, you're meticulous, attentive to detail, and you produce work of the highest quality because you're constantly reflecting on how to do better. So, my encouragement to introverts is to celebrate your strengths and find ways to share them with others in your own way.
Wow, that's really a thoughtful message because I never picked up like that because they have the qualities higher than extrovert because they pick up and then reiterate before they deliver something. That's an interesting one. I think they will be really sharp and then accurate and then deal with all the sides of a problem, right? Okay, that's a great message for people out there thinking that I'm an introvert, I can't really do much, but it's a real encouragement for the people. If you feel that you are an introvert, I know that you heard this, and I really want to encourage you to believe in that and then pick up yourself as a motivator for other people because it's not just speakers or influencers are motivating these people who putting their high energy through that quiet time, through that quiet achieving model. You are also part of this great journey. So I'm so happy that you are picking up that cohort that they really need a reaffirmation that they are also doing good things for the community. So I just want to pick up about the Learning Festival, Serena. I know that you are actively helping many people in the community. Can you share about your involvement in the Learning Festival this year?
Yes, so this year I'm hosting two workshops, one of
Mhm,
them in partnership with another coach, and that's to do with how do we love and serve and care for others without sacrificing ourselves. And I
mhm,
think this will be very useful for carers and especially for women who
mhm,
tend to prioritize other people's needs over their own. So
mhm,
that's one. And the other one I'm hosting is called Boosting Your Visibility at Work. And this is for the introverts and the quiet achievers who want to get ahead at work but feel that somehow other people are always talking over them or they don't have the opportunities, they don't
mhm,
know how to shine. And so
mhm.
it's giving them some strategies so that they
Yeah.
can start communicating in a way that gets them noticed.
Okay. Can you share the date and location for those workshops with
Yes,
us?
they are both on Zoom, so it's
Yeah.
very easy for everyone.
Hmm.
The The one about caring and serving for others is actually on Father's Day. It's on the 1st of September.
Hmm.
And the one on boosting visibility at work is on the 5th of September, which is a Thursday night.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So, listeners, if you don't know about the Learning Festival is an yearly festival running by or collaborating through the Wyndham Council and all different people in and around Wyndham. And it's starting from September 1st to the 7th, that first week of September. And then we will do the launching on August 31st. So, it's a great event for anybody around that want to learn more about anything. So these two Zoom conversations or masterclass will be there from Serena. I will be putting the link of this learning festival right under this video. So if you are interested to join, please come and join and get benefited. It's totally free for you, and then you will get lots of benefit and ideas through this session. So before I wrap up the session, Serena, I would like to ask one more question. So my show in this radio show 88.9 FM called Dominus Nisi, the core purpose of this show is to spread love, joy, and peace through the people and celebrate the people who are spreading love, joy, and peace. So for my audience, my listeners, what can we do to spread love and joy and peace in their life? And what's your message for us?
I would say that you have more power than you realize. You're responsible for the energy that you bring to the room, to the conversation, to the discussion, to the community. So when we bring that energy, when we become very conscious that I can affect other people, I can create a positive ripple, then we start becoming more conscious of the words we speak. And there is great power in words. So when we bring the right positive, uplifting, compassionate kind of energy into our interactions with other people, that's when
Mm,
we start creating that positive ripple. And that's how it
mm,
spreads out into the community and
yeah.
uplifts other people as well.
Okay. Thank you. That's a great message for us. And all these guests coming through this series called It's My Wyndham is coming here because they love the Wyndham Council and the people in and around in this community. And they're helping this community through their life. So Serena is one of our, a real mother and then changing many other mothers in this community. So what I believe, Serena, what you're doing, you're actually changing our next generation because when you are changing the mindset of a mother, you are actually changing the whole family. So even if it is one at a time, if a mother is changing, that means a family is changing. So you are doing an amazing job, Serena, through your coaching program and then your involvement through different people around with them. And I'm sure that you have achieved many different things in your personal life as well, because when you help other people, you are also filled with gratitude, and that energy is helping you to be happy and then get that accomplishment of our purpose in our life. So I wish all the very best for you, Serena. Find out the time and energy for all the introverts. So I invite all the people, especially introvert in our community, come and connect with Serena. Serena got a beautiful website. I'll be putting the link down under as well, and connect, and then make sure that if you're an introvert or an extrovert, you have a purpose. But if you feel like because you're an introvert, you can't really do that purpose, come and connect with Serena. Then she will, help you, teach you how you can feel that you are also part of this great journey. So, Serena, thank you so much for your time and all the very best. And I will connect you again with different topics. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bismi.
So my listeners on Dominus Nisi, again, I'm affirming that introverts, if you feel that you don't have a life or because you are really behind the scene, that's where I want you to come and connect with Serena. Please come and connect. Please connect to the Learning Festival happening in September 1st and September 5th and online. So this is Dominus Nisi on 88.9 FM, spreading love, joy, and peace. Thank you.